Hey, YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
And tonight we'll be talking about Black Lightning
From last night.
Yes. Season 2.
Episode 11?
12.
12.
11 was last week.
12. Okay. Season 2, episode 12. The Book of Secrets, chapter 2. Just and Unjust.
Yes. It was a pretty good episode.
It was. It was actually one of the better ones. And we get them, every couple episodes we get a good one.
Mhm.
And then a couple bad ones. And then a couple good ones. Like, it just,
Yeah, I mean, they haven't made me bitch about Jefferson for a couple
I
episodes.
bitched about the principal.
Yeah.
Because he's a dick.
Yes. So we knew that from day one.
We did.
Well,
since he came on it.
Yeah.
Because it was Jefferson first.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But, I'm not used to reviewing this without bitching about Jefferson, and I haven't been able to do that the past couple episodes, so I'm just
Well, I mean, you kind of had an issue with him in last week's episode, right? A little bit.
Yeah, slightly, but not enough to complain about.
Yeah.
Like, it feels wrong not complaining about the guy that I don't like.
So, once Tobias discovered those pods, the people that were using the lightning or whatever, those were the pod kids, right? Or those were the people from it. Like, what were those people that were going around using the light stuff in this episode?
The light?
Well, whatever it was, like powers or something.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm.
Like the ones that Tobias and that doctor helped, brought him to, where the pods were at.
Oh. I'm not sure. I didn't really get that bit.
Okay.
Because
I was wondering about that too. I was like,
I was doing multiple things.
Okay.
While I was watching the show.
I actually rewatched the
missed
episode
it.
earlier today because I wasn't completely paying attention last night when it was on. So I wanted to make sure that I rewatched it so that I understood enough to talk about it.
Right.
But yeah, I still didn't understand that part.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I missed the bit where they clarified. I don't know.
I don't know. I just saw people walking around and it looked like they had something on their arm that had lightning powers in it or something. And I thought it might have had to do with Tobias being shown where the pods were because of the doctor last episode.
Well, remember in last season when Tobias killed the black woman?
Yeah.
The fat one?
Yeah.
They used lightning weapons to make them
Yeah,
look like
I think it was
lightning.
I think it was that. They were lightning weapons because it was blue light.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
So it's probably that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's probably training them so he can have them fight Black Lightning. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
But Jen's got revenge now. She's like, I want to go after Tobias because he killed my boyfriend.
Yeah. He killed my boyfriend before I was finally able to have sex with him. That's her whole issue. Is that she wanted to, but she never did.
Well, I mean, she's kind of young.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying you can't have sex when you're in high school. You totally can.
They do it all the time.
But just be safe if you're going to.
Yes. Always be safe, no matter what age you are.
Yeah. Really. Unless you're planning to have a baby, be safe.
Even then, be safe. Make sure he's clean. Well, I mean, since we were doing a little PSA.
But I didn't expect it to go there. I was like, why?
Well, it's part of being safe.
I know. It's just funny. Anyway, yeah. It sucks for her, but she can always find another guy to sleep with.
She'd have to fall in love first. She's one of those people that has to be in love.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, It's all well and good if you just want to go around having flings and one night stands and it doesn't bother you to just have random sex with people, okay.
Right, but it means nothing.
Well, I'm the type of person who would have to do that too. Who would have to fall in love.
Yeah.
You know. Not just be like,
emotional relationship with the person.
not just be like, oh, let's just have some sex and be done with it.
Right.
Like, no, I can't do that. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I think she legit loved him.
Mm-hmm. She just couldn't reconcile the things he'd done.
Which is understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they made you not be able to like him as a character even though he redeemed himself because he still inherently did bad things before he redeemed himself.
Yeah.
So, unless they truly, know that what they did was wrong and they can move on and be redeemed in a good way, then, it is really hard to like the character.
Yep.
I mean, there's other characters on shows where, they have changed and they've become, redeemed in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with them. Like
Right.
Regina or, Dan Scott on One Tree Hill or something like that. But for a long time, I hated him. And I can understand the reason that his sons still had issue with what he did. Because what he did was horrible. And he did get some redemption later. But, he had one son who still didn't want to have anything to do with him. And that makes sense because he wasn't around for his life. So, it just depends. Like, everybody has reasons for why they can't forgive somebody.
Yep. But it was a great episode. I'm glad that Jennifer did get out of the car to go to the funeral.
Yeah. Because, I think she needed that. Like,
yeah.
She needed that closure. She needed just to be there and to, like, witness that and to,
She needed it to become real.
Yeah.
Not to hide from it.
Right. And, it's difficult and it's hard. It's not easy, especially when it's somebody that you loved.
Right.
But, taking the first step and dealing with that fear is always what's going to be good in the long run to help you get through it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
And, Jefferson was actually really understanding about all of it in this episode.
Yep.
And they were really trying to, like, help her and be there for her in a way that she needed it instead of, like, forcing it and things like that.
Yeah, Lynn wanted to force it.
She did. And I was kind of annoyed by that.
Freaked the F
I was kind of annoyed by that a little bit.
When Nissa got shot.
Oh, yeah.
Because she went down and she didn't say a word until the fight was over.
Yeah.
I was freaking out. I was like,
you don't hyperventilate.
No, like that's exactly how. Like, oh my god, I was so tore up. It's not okay for them to do that to me.
Yeah. She's okay.
I know.
And then her and Grace.
Yes, Grace. I love that she was like, I've been thinking about our relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for you to meet my parents, to meet my family. Come to dinner. She's like, I can't control myself around you. And then she leaves, like legit just packs all her shit up and leaves the house. She's gone. She's off the show. What the hell?
She'll come back. Nissa will find her.
Nissa better find her.
Nissa will find her.
I want to know what the
She left all of her comics, okay? Nissa will find her.
That's true.
And they were Black Lightning and Thunder comics.
Yeah.
Thunder's like, or Nissa's like, I'm going to open this one and read it. Like, I'm going to see what it says about me.
Right? Like, do they think that we're really?
She's like, where did you get these? At the place that I work at?
Right? You didn't notice?
Well, because, like, eventually, Nissa's going to find out what she's going through.
Yeah.
And she's going to want to help her. So when she finds her, she'll probably find her when she's in that state.
Yeah.
And then she'll insist on helping her.
Yeah. She'll show her that she's Thunder. I think they've pretty much come to that like spot in the relationship where she can't hide that from her.
Because it's like, if she wants it to be like a real serious relationship, they have to tell each other that.
Yeah.
Like, she can't go on in that relationship keeping the secret that she's Thunder.
Nah.
Like, you can't. I don't understand how, like, in the past superhero stuff, like, they kept it from their, like, the other person for so long. Because it's like, that's part of your identity.
Mm-hmm.
How can you hide that part from the person that you share everything, that you're supposed to share everything with, who's, like, knows everything about you?
Right.
Like, they can't fully trust you if they don't know that part about you.
Yeah.
So your relationship can never be what it truly can be if they don't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's how I look at it. Because it's like, how, you know, they just wouldn't have survived if they didn't find out those things about them. Like, their identity. I mean, yeah, it took a while on Smallville. And yeah, it took...
Well, I mean, like, Clark had reasonable doubt.
He did.
Because... possibility he could rip the woman in two. Okay, so
I understand, but at the same
like
time,
right down the middle.
But they ended up having an amazing relationship because she found out.
Yeah, they both did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I mean, Lana
and Lois.
Lana never truly knew, did she?
Yeah, she did.
Oh yeah, that's right, she did.
I mean, that arc where she got powers and they went at it like jackrabbits. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
but he was human though. Remember?
Not at that part.
Okay.
At that part, they both had powers.
Okay.
So he didn't have to hold back, and Chloe was like, there were earthquakes, and there was no reason. And then like Lana was giving her a look. She's like, oh, that didn't like hurt me.
It's been a while since I've seen Smallville, so I get some of the stuff mixed up.
Yeah, I mean, there was a part where he was like
the first part of season 5 was when he was a human, and like they were together because he didn't want that to become a problem.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just think that, like, you know, in order for, I mean, look at Supergirl. Kara hasn't been able, except for like Mon-El, to have an actual relationship because if they don't know she's Supergirl, then it's not gonna last.
Yeah. Because
that's a part of who she is. I mean, Kat figured it out.
She figured it out within day 1.
Yeah, but she didn't acknowledge it until the end of season 2.
I know. But we all know that's the moment she realized.
I know. But it was epic when she did.
Yes.
It was like, Supergirl, we're like, yes!
Like, it felt, I had so much relief.
It was so awesome.
Because I was giving her so much credit, and I'm like, she needs to prove that she deserves all the credit I give her. Mm-hmm. And then she did. And I felt so relieved.
Now Lena just needs to know.
Yeah. I think she does, but she can't admit it to herself.
Yeah, because she'll feel like all the people around her that she loves betrayed her. Like James and Kara.
Well, James is allowed to keep the secret in their relationship because they've stated the fact that they both keep secrets from each other and they're allowed to.
But I still don't like it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, she knows that James knows who she is.
Yeah.
Because he went to her secret bunker on Supergirl's request. Therefore, one would assume that James knows who Supergirl is.
Right. But yeah, like, it just makes it difficult when they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a relationship, but you have to keep lying to them.
Yeah. And then it's not really any sort of relationship.
It's not.
So, to sum all that up, Nyssa just needs to tell Grace, and Grace just needs to tell Nyssa.
Exactly!
Yeah.
And then things would be a lot better and they could help each other and be
Right?
a super awesome,
And,
badass female couple.
And, like, I mean, totally, like, Lynn is a doctor. If she needs help, Lynn can help.
Yeah, it's like, why don't they want to reach out to the Pierces to get help? She's like she's a scientist and a doctor, like.
Yeah.
She can freaking fix her. Or at least try to help her.
Mm-hmm.
And heal her.
Right?
But she just has to open up and tell Nyssa.
Yeah. Shoot, man, like the school scene is the only other bit I can think about to talk about.
Yeah, because the principal's a jackass and needs to go away.
Mm-hmm.
This is me ranting. I don't normally rant. She does about this show.
Take it away, my protege.
That principal's a piece of crap.
He is.
He just he makes me so mad. Like, you know, he's all, you know, trying to spew, oh, well, you can't say this because of this. It's like, excuse me, you're white and you're always going to have white privilege over black people, so chill. Like, no matter what you've been through, it's not going to be nearly as bad as what they've had to deal with, like, ever since they've been a race. Like, legit. Seriously.
Yeah.
It might not be as graphic or gruesome as it used to be with them, but they still have struggle and they still have to deal with racism and people being the way that they are towards them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, they will never be truly equal in society until people can just accept them and not be racist.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I didn't like that he was having her get rid of the shrine and telling her that she would be expelled. Because other schools, when somebody has died that's a classmate, they do that. They do that all the time. Why? Why can't she do it? Because he was black? Because he did, you know, okay, yeah, he got into some bad crap and he did some bad things, but that doesn't mean that he still wasn't a part of that school and people still didn't, you know, not like him or that he didn't have friends and he deserves to still be respected and remembered. And Jen was just trying to do a nice thing because, you know, she wanted him to get recognition.
She wanted him to be remembered for all the good he did.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it's supposed to be about when somebody dies. Yeah, everybody's going to have bad things that they do, but you know, remember the things that they did for people. Remember, like, the goodness and the kindness and, you know, the good times and the things that made them who they truly were. I mean, when he was doing those things, that wasn't truly him. You know, he got involved in some bad stuff and he made some bad choices.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he was still a person and he still deserved to be recognized and treated with respect.
Yeah. I mean, she even pointed it out to the classmates. Like, if you got injured and were in a wheelchair and got the ability and had the option to get your legs back, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Like,
and you know, in doing that, it became a dangerous situation, and he had to make some, you know, bad decisions in order to do that. But you know, he got to be able to walk again for a certain amount of time, and that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
It came at a price, but, you know, he got his wish. And, I don't know, that principal just pisses me off so bad. Like, I wish Jefferson was principal again.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's Black Lightning and everything, but still. Like, that was one of the few things that he did that actually was good. Like, that made a difference, was being principal of that school. Like, when he was principal of it in season 1, I liked him a lot. Yeah. I was like, okay, you know, you're inspiring these students. You're, you know, changing their lives and making a difference and, you know, making them want to be better. And then this principal's just spewing off crap because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Right.
And, you know, he's a white principal in a primarily black school. I mean, he's not going to get the kind of respect that he's looking for because
he's not giving it.
Because he's not giving it, and because he's a minority in that school.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, respect is earned.
Yeah.
You have to earn respect in order to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be respected, treat the other person with respect.
Yeah.
So.
Like, all the kids, like, after the principal was there, and he's like, Jefferson, you can control these kids, send them back to class. And they were all just like, supporting Jefferson, like, whatever he said they'd do.
Well,
but
yeah.
they don't listen to him. They listen to Jefferson.
Because he doesn't go about it in the way that he should go about it. He doesn't care. If he cared, he would put in the effort towards them, and he wouldn't constantly be trying to discipline them and expelling them and suspending them. He'd actually listen to what they have to say and try to help them.
Yeah.
Which is what Jefferson did. That's why they respect him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just that whole thing with him just made me mad.
Yeah.
And he was all saying the racist crap. I'm like, look, how is what she said racist or whatever? I don't remember exactly what he said about it, but he said something like, oh, if I say it, it's racist or something.
Oh, because she blamed him. She accused him of being racist because he's black.
Oh, because Khalil's black?
Yeah. And, like, all this other stuff.
Well, I mean, it's a logical assumption because of the reason that he's having her get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
If he wasn't doing it that way, then I would understand why he got so upset about it.
Yeah.
But it was a logical thing to assume because he's saying, okay, you can't do this. Oh, because he's black? Like, that's racist.
Mm-hmm.
It's understandable, especially in today's society and what's going on, in our world. So, I mean, yeah, he would get offended, of course, but at the same time, he does need to kind of, like...
He's the principal. He's not able to afford getting offended at the students.
Yeah.
It's not his place to get offended. It's his place to be an adult and effing be one.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, I think that's all I have to say. Anything else for you?
No. Just gonna continue to be mad about him.
Yeah. So, I guess that means that until next time, family is what you make it.